Greetings, listeners. I am your host and the Game Master this evening, Zach Barrett, and welcome to the Twisted Gear Studios production of Spacers, our Starfinder actual playcast. Last we left the crew, they have seemingly made their escape from the assault on the Aslanti Star Empire colony ship known as the Bermuda. With their bounty in tow, they look over all the items and knowledge that they have just recently acquired.
Are you clearing right out of the habitat system, or are you just going somewhere else?
Right out of the habitat system.
We're gonna head back to
The heat?
The heat.
Is that where we're bringing these two?
Well, I think we're stopping.
We just stop there.
Stopping.
So you're
stopping
okay.
at the
So you guys are currently
The captain
to
should
check
know
in,
what's
and
happening.
then we'll go to the warden.
you guys are currently in drift transit toward back to the heap after having captured two potential wanted bounties, as opposed to just the one that you initially thought that you would be getting. And you've got a few days until you head back to the heap. What would you like to do for those few days?
Flinch is gonna call a meeting in the recreational area.
That's totally
So
empty.
you guys pull up your 6 little crates to surround the one big crate.
I am holding my brand new assault rifle, and I've already cleaned it at
She
least
strokes it
once
passionately.
since we got here. I'm cleaning it again because it's gorgeous and it's mine.
I would say Greg's sitting there juggling grenades, but I'm afraid you'd ask me to roll acrobatics for it.
I would.
really don't want
I
to
would.
do that.
Greg came in with some grenades.
I would leave. Yeah.
Like, this is not the way I'm going out, guys.
I was gonna suggest maybe Greg could someone replace them with oranges, but I don't think we have any.
No.
Because I don't think this crew A could have afforded them before this, and B would buy them.
Probably not, no.
By the way, where are the two bad guys locked up?
We must have like a holding, like a storage room or something, probably.
Yeah, you guys have like a little storage area.
Imagine they're just duct taped to each other.
We have to
Thrown
we
in
have
the-
a cargo
at some
hold
point.
in the meeting.
I don't want to, but do we have to
Well,
feed them?
If we want to get our bounty, we should.
we're 3 days
at least
away as
keep
long as we
them
get
alive.
water.
Fine, we'll give them some slop.
Would they feed us if it was, roles reversed?
Well, I mean,
They
were
wouldn't be
gonna-
getting money for us. We're getting money for them. Alive.
Yeah.
What do elves eat?
Food. They're not. I'll feed them. You guys. I don't trust any of you with them, so I will do all of the management of the bounties.
Yeah, that sounds good. So the reason, as Flinch sort of walks on up, and it's like, so the reason I called you all together, I know I'm just an engineer, and Greg, put away the grenades, please. And I see you sneaking them out of your gravy sack, whatever you call that stuff.
The gravy's gone now.
Yeah, fair enough.
That can't be good for grenades.
So we managed to find some credit shits and stuff like that, which is great. It's great. But we have a ship we need to maintain. Maybe upgrade. So what I figure is whatever loot we have, whatever we can barter with BK1, whatever we get as a total loot, 50% we put into a ship fund. The other 50% gets split up. Then we use that 50% ship fund for when the ship gets inevitably smashed up, that we can pay for repairs, we can pay for upgrades, and we can do all that. The other option is that we split it all equally. We do not create a ship fund, and I sort of just don't do a really good job maintaining the ship for the hell of it.
Hey, D.
That's the two options.
Hey, D. What?
And that's not like that. That's not
What do we
really-
get from the heap to maintain this ship, or do
Yeah,
we?
I don't know.
Is that a thing?
Now, it's for the answer to that question is yeah, you guys do get a pay every time you do a task that you're given, so you do get paid.
Well, that'd be personal pay. That wouldn't. be
Yeah,
spent.
but that means that a portion of what you bring in will be going to the heap itself. That's kind of where everyone's paychecks comes from. So not your whole haul, which might actually end up working out in the end. But
Yeah, so basically whatever loot we find, how much of a percentage does the heap take?
Like 10%.
10% off the top. Yeah.
That's the that money just goes to the maintenance. Like doesn't
Yeah.
we never
So
see it.
it goes into the Heap's ship fund.
Yeah.
Because the Heap is like your capital ship where you dock and where all of your actual amenities are.
Yeah, so just to get it clear, whenever we dock back with the Heap, whatever loot, credit chits, whatever, we take 10% off the top.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So how about we do 10% to the Heap, then 40% to a ship fund, and then 50 gets split up equally.
I've seen Greg pilot. I think that's a fabulous idea.
If everyone's okay with that.
I am pretty fabulous.
That's
No,
not,
that way we could look
that's not what I meant.
All right, Mousy,
Yeah.
flinch,
Yeah.
dude.
Izzy
I'll
starts
do
flinching.
this. It's.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like just not having money.
Well,
Once I saw we had money,
But you still get
but, so I'll do this if we get something better for this rec room. I kind of like kick the crate that I'm sitting on and it creaks and makes a groany noise. It's like, we need actual chairs. We need some kind of entertainment system. And we need it to not be covered in gravy.
Greg starts up and starts like doing a little jig or something.
See, there's the entertainment right there.
Roll a
It's
performance
covered
check.
in gravy.
Oh, okay.
Probably a charisma D20. Is there performance?
Just profession. So
That would, yeah.
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 It's profession.
Dancing as a profession?
dancing, I'm assuming is charisma. I get a -1.
Yep.
I rolled an 11, so with the -1 is 10, plus 2 is 12. Oh.
It's not bad, but it is still kind of weird.
It's also covered in gravy, and that was specifically what I asked.
Well, how about we all just sort of, sit down when we have enough money and we just vote on what we're going to upgrade, be it weapons, rec room.
It's gonna be the rec room. And the weapons. It's gonna be both. We're getting both.
As long as some of that money goes towards repairs, I don't care about the rest of it.
No, I just think it's a good idea, and it makes us all like a brotherhood. As he puts his arm around Greg, like a brotherhood, you know. Oh, and then he realizes what he did. Oh no!
And
Got
Greg
it.
falls over when that happens because he actually kind of just fell asleep for a moment standing up there and then got jostled by the Yusoki and now he's on the floor. Hasn't woken up though.
Fair enough. Okay, fair enough.
Laurel just kind of gives you a disdainful look while continuing to clean her gun.
How have you two managed to get this far?
Oh, pure luck.
That makes
We're
sense.
just lucky.
Well, that makes
It's just luck.
Okay.
We're really lucky. I think the shorter you are, the luckier you are.
I think you just sap the luck from anyone near you, because I feel very unlucky.
You're alive.
Well,
Look at that new
sometimes
sword you got.
begrudgingly so.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess we're gonna have to do something. What do you mean? Yes, we will all vote on everything we're going to purchase and anything else. That sounds more than fair, and I'm glad everyone sort of agrees. Cool. That's all I really had to talk about. I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page in that regards. Now, isn't somebody supposed to be watching those two guys?
Yeah, they're in a closet.
I imagine
Are they, though?
Keeping it close. I imagine I've been keeping a close eye on them. I'm very responsible.
I get up and I go over to where they're supposed to be.
They're still there.
Okay, great.
Still unconscious.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no.
wouldn't be unconscious, I'm
When you go and take a look, you're actually you get a bit of a fright as the elf has sat up and he's just staring at the porthole.
Yeah, they're awake. Well, no, they're alive.
Well, I would certainly hope they're alive. I don't pay them any attention. I'm
Elves
sure.
don't do anything freaky when they look at you, do they?
Unless this one has magical abilities, which it doesn't matter. They're bound and gagged. They
Yeah,
don't
but I
have-
mean, he's looking at me kind of intense, like.
Yeah.
well,
I can't see into the portal because I'm too short, but you know.
I've heard occasionally that
I pick up Flinch by the scruff of his neck and to look through the porthole.
I try to give my best glare.
He just keeps staring.
if you look too hard, the elf might turn you to stone.
Ugh.
I drop Flinch and
Can
jump
he?
back.
Oh God, what was I gonna say?
The elf maybe made you forget what you were thinking.
Yeah,
And
I
at
just
the
got-
end, that's just gonna follow
I
them.
proceed to try to open the door.
Cool. Door opens.
Dude, the elf could turn you to stone.
Yeah.
Did you not just hear what happened?
As I'm just looking into the elf.
Live a little.
And it's like, listen, man, I know you're gagged and stuff, and that's cool, and you got quite an intense stare and all this stuff. And we gotta bring you back alive. Alive doesn't mean you get to keep your eyes. So if you just want to not stare so intently all the time, and I want to sneak in here and lock everyone out and just take your eyes out.
Flinch.
Is that okay?
Roll an intimidation check.
Flinch.
Yeah.
Those eyes are
12.
worth money.
I don't know.
I just say it because
Yeah.
Flinch always says the wrong
Yeah.
thing.
You say it, and he just keeps staring at you.
Oh.
You'll be able to
Hey.
read your mind soon.
Shut the door. I got Tom. So I kind of like grab you again by the shoulder and pull you over to the side. We're back to the crates. Just sort of sit Flinch. I was like, you took like a computer off these guys, yeah?
Yeah, I was gonna spend the next few days trying to see what's on it.
Because if we could find out before we drop these guys off to the warden where to find the next score, because we want to get the vices and we want to get the hostages, right? Because each one of these guys, each one of these 7 has a hostage from one of the others. So they each have a vice and they each have a hostage. So that's 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 14. No, 15. No, 12.
Yeah, there's a number of them. Yeah.
There's so many guys.
Yeah.
So
Many
we can
plus one.
find out how many and where, without having to ask them questions and make them turn us to stone.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. The other thing is,
Because I did not know elves could do that.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. And you're all listening to
Jack.
this. But the
That's great.
the other thing is, who's this warden you keep talking about?
And we told you, we went to the prison that's called Purgatory. We talked to the warden who doesn't have a real name, and we went and talked to the really creepy Zhovteka guy, who I don't know, man. He gets into people's heads.
Yeah.
So we went to go talk to him, and he told us where his vice was. And then for some reason, he just has this weird thing with the captain. I don't know. She's not telling us everything, but she's a captain. Captains never tell anyone anything. So the fact that she told us anything is a thing.
Yeah, no, I get that. Maybe I asked her, like, why are we doing this for him?
Because he's gonna pay us.
But he sounds like a bad person.
So?
We get money. We put people in prison that have undoubtedly. Am I here? Am I?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Am I here?
Like, is there somebody else who might pay more? Like,
We're taking people who have committed literally uncountable sins and we're putting them in prison. Whether it's with
somebody else who's committed uncountable sins.
whether
I don't know.
Not
I didn't
same
look into him.
look,
But he's
I don't-
paying us a lot of money.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No. You don't know anything. You don't know much about the warden or what
No.
his
Fair
shtick is.
No, okay.
The creepy guy was the one
Yeah.
that is the guy that the warden has as a pet trophy.
I would
That
arguably,
was the creepy one.
I would
And he
arguably
gave
say
up
that the warden
the
was also creepy.
Okay, well, I'll start working on the personal
But
computers. then.
Zhovteka gave up the location of these guys. They might give up the location of someone else. But if we could get that info from the computer, it would be probably less likely to lie to us, at the very least.
Okay, I'll start. I'll just spend some time start cracking these computers and working on them and figuring out what I can.
Yeah.
All right. Do you crack on the computers?
Well, I head to the. I need some solitude to work on this, and head to the recreation area.
Well,
Breck's in there asleep on his back on the floor.
you watch as I need to work in silence. He turns around. He takes 10 paces forward, grabs a crate, and sits.
No, I look like I'm gonna grab a crate, and then I go grab the grate and crawl myself under the floor.
So we watch
And he
this
disappears
happen.
in the floor.
He knows we saw him go that way, right?
Well, I trust you guys, man.
Okay.
All right. So with these computers, I want you to roll a computers check there, please.
So for the first computer, or do you want to
It's just we'll
roll a
do
one on the first computer?
So then let's roll one more for the second.
31 on the second.
Okay. So the first one, you go to tap it, it's dead.
Aw.
The second one, they didn't expect anyone to be grabbing these, and it was actually pretty easy to open up. What's interesting about it is that it's loaded with star charts, and it was in the middle of uploading a star chart from the Bermuda when you guys came in and interrupted them, and the download is incomplete. But it's all these star charts of unexplored solar systems, and the further you go back, the more systems have been discovered formally by the Pact Worlds in the global database of the map of the galaxy. But a lot of these maps have been stolen in lots of raids that you've heard stories about, and they look like they start off in a broad spectrum of space, and they've been getting more and more finite as they're looking for something.
It doesn't state in the personal computer what they're looking for.
No, but if you roll one more computer's check to see if you can salvage the semi-downloaded file.
31.
31? That works for me. So you start digging into the file that they were downloading off of the Bermuda, and it seems to fill in the empty blank. That whatever they were looking for, if they had completed their task, it's what they're looking for. And it is the coordinates to nothing.
Just a point in space.
It's a point in space that, according to this map, there is no planet, no star, no nothing. It is empty space. But it seems to fill in the whole of where all the other star charts that they've been rating have been zeroing in on.
Okay.
But with the coordinates, you could take a look at yourself too.
Yeah. I'm going to do a very flinch thing at the moment, which is I'm going to download all that information into my exocortex.
Yep, that makes
store it,
sense.
and I'm going to smash the shit out of those personal computers.
And so none of us know that you've seen this?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Because now
Smash
I have
the
all the
shit.
information I could have got.
Smash the shit out of the
Well,
cubes.
I mean, because with a 1, I'm sure that not only was the other one powered down, it might have been damaged. Okay, so I'll try to put a bit of power to it through my data jack and see if I can turn it off.
Yeah, just roll another computer check. Still 101.
Another 19, so 31.
It's almost an exact carbon copy. It seems like anyone who has some kind of a name in the organization just has the same information.
Yeah.
And
So
these
it's
were
just a carbon
from
copy.
these were from the Aslanti, or was it from the Seven?
No, they're from.
No, this is from the Vice. These are the
Yeah.
tablets of the Vice and Greed's Lust.
Yeah. So I'll create a duplicate copy of the other one, just in case there is. And if I realize, well, I cross-reference them and realize that if they're exactly the same, then I'll get rid of them.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to smash the computers.
Cool. You have a bunch
then-
of broken computer bits.
So we're just sitting, hanging out in the rec room,
and
and
then
then
I-
all of a sudden,
Smash! Yeah.
Yeah, that's literally all you hear is.
I kept it record. So I come out of the grate.
what
I'm like-
what were you? Did you eat them?
Yeah. No. It's just we don't need them anymore because I have all the information.
What was on them?
It's like star charts. They're trying to track something down. And I managed to put together the damaged record they were trying to take from the Aslanti ship. And it basically just points to an empty spot in space.
Where?
I don't know. I have to go check that, our location compared to distance, blah, 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 blah.
Are the star charts the one that they... all of the star charts, those are the places the Seven have been?
Yeah, they've been doing raids and stuff, collecting these maps. It seems like they're trying to narrow down an area, which means they're looking for something. So I guess maybe one of the last pieces they needed was from the Aslanti ship, but it just points to empty space.
In
Like-
the Havasoth system?
You don't know
Well,
what
it
system
depends on what it
it's
says on the star chart. Yeah, just in another system, it's just that I have to go.
Uncharted space.
Yeah, it's uncharted space.
Huh.
So
So there's something there.
there should be, yeah.
Okay.
Treasure hunt.
Cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Was
Scavenging, a
there-
little bit of space power. Smuggling. Stuff.
Piracy.
Was
No,
there
I know what you're talking about.
was there any
Pirates? Where's pirates?
I kind of just glance around at all of us. Dude. So we're going here. We're going to this spot.
Was there any information about the specific star systems what were they doing with those star systems?
They were conducting raids, trying to find a location of something together. I'm not sure exactly. They just went to specific areas. There wasn't enough information. Like I took everything I had about exactly what.
Yeah. The charts don't denote locations that they themselves have gone to. It denotes locations that vessels they've raided have gone to, and so it's customary in Pact World society to travel out to the vast, and as they find more discoveries, they will come back and they'll sell it. And as they venture on forward, if they've discovered a new race, a new fauna, whatever, you could sell it for pretty good money because xenoarchaeologists are really into that sort of thing, right? If you find a new sentient race, that's even better because you've just invited a new civilization to join the Pact Worlds, things like that, right? Most of the time it's kind of bunk, like the desert moon of Polyman that they all kind of met on. But when you're looking at the charts, it's not just that they're trying to narrow down this location, it's that they're also, all of the star charts they were researching the relationship of the areas around this blank spot with the blank spot. And this would have filled in whatever missing puzzle piece in their equation.
I relay that.
What kind of relationship? Like trade? Or like
I don't
I don't know,
know.
were they fighting?
Gravity, solar winds, like natural phenomena.
Oh, weird stuff.
Yeah. Well, maybe we could check out the location, look at it as a broader whole. I'm going to go to one of the computers and try to work out how far away that area is.
Okay. Roll a computer check. So many computers checks.
I rolled a 1 again. Hey!
You fall asleep.
I'm pretty exhausted. So I go to a computer and I sit down and I just lean over and I just start snoring, and Greg's snoring on the floor.
Okay, while they're sleeping, can I maybe try and just like look at the solar systems around that blank space, see if I maybe recognize
Roll a
them or
computer's check.
anything like that? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm gonna, while she's doing that, I'm gonna kick Fletch in the shin.
This is hopefully gonna be
It's all
18. 18.
Would you have shared where it was with them?
Yes, but I wouldn't have allowed a permanent file.
Well, yeah, but if
Yeah.
so, you can. So
I'm
it's
still
kinda
data
like-
jacked in, but asleep, so you technically have
Yeah,
access
so
to
she's
my
not-
exocortex.
I assume
looking
since
at.
you open.
Yeah, she's not looking at the file itself.
Yeah.
She's
No, I'm just
looking
looking
at
at
the
this-
point in space
Done.
that you detailed.
Yeah,
Done.
and just
Done.
like the planet, like the solar systems
Yeah,
around
done.
it, and anything that might be interesting or I might recognize.
Perfect.
So, what'd you get?
18.
18. It's like a telescope, right? You can point at a spot and take a look, right? It's things like that. You get basic information, things like that. The star chart that was being downloaded was within a couple of days accurate. There's nothing there. When you look now, there is a full solar system.
That wasn't there before.
According to the Aslanti star chart, it was not there 2 days ago. You
This
said
is
roll
interesting.
18?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a very old solar system.
That just didn't show up to them. Would I have ever heard of something like that before? Of like a disappearing planet? Okay, so
It's
this
the
is
whole system.
yeah. Oh yeah, system. This is interesting.
I say we ask. We blind the elf, so he can't turn us to stone. And, and we ask these guys what the heck is going on, because
They're sleeping.
they stole a solar system.
I don't.
Like,
they
how do
didn't
you
s-
do that? I kick Flinch in the shin again.
Keeping in mind that they didn't actually completely download the file, Flinch kind of pieced it together. They don't know about this yet.
Yeah, but they know what they're
Yeah.
looking for.
They know the location. They don't know that there's a
Maybe.
solar system there.
Like, we could ask them. We could pretend that we don't know what the heck this is, because we don't. So that's easy to pretend.
I think we should keep this to ourselves.
We asked them what they were looking for. We know they were looking for something, because they were threatening that dude. So we asked them what they wanted to kill the dude for. And we asked them where their other friends are.
I think we've solved the question. They're looking for the solar system.
But what is it? What is a solar system?
I don't know.
I've been to
I
lots of
wake
solar
up.
systems. Not all
Yeah.
of them are
Yeah.
interesting.
So I wake up and it's like, oh,
I kick him in the
Is
shit
that
again.
it?
that's the empty space.
Yeah.
And there's a system there now.
I don't know. I don't know if this map was just incorrect or if the system has some undefinable properties. I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds strange. How far away is it?
It's close, isn't it? A couple days.
couple
you
hundred
said?
light years.
Oh.
Yeah, it would be about a week's travel through drift, knowing where you're going.
Yeah, we should probably go to the heap and the warden first, though, before we go on another venture.
Well,
So from our location
we could
now,
get someone
it's
else
okay.
to drop these folks off.
So the thing with drift travel is that drift travel is an interdimensional pocket, so it's not
regular distance.
Yeah, it's not like you're going FTL or anything like that. So for example, to go from Absalom Station to here could take months of drift time, but it takes you 6 days to get back to Absalom Station. So it's not a consistent distance. So right now,
It'd take a week.
with your duration, it could take a week. Should you try it again later, you may be physically further away, but it might only take a couple of days. Drift is very unpredictable,
Yeah.
and it depends on time.
Yeah, so I think we should go to the heap. How far away is the warden from the heap?
It's a few days. I think it took us a few days to get there. But again, it's not
Yeah.
not reliable.
Okay, so we'll go to the heap. We'll sort of resupply, and we'll go to the warden, and we'll get paid. And then we'll go check out this space if it's still there.
Or the captain pays us, and she takes these guys to the heap.
I would not trust anybody else to take anything in.
But what is with this thing? I want to go see it.
It's been there a long time, it looks like, and I
No,
I mean,
it's-
it wasn't here like a few days ago.
Well, we'll decide what we're gonna do
And when
after the heap when we get to the heap.
when you're looking at the solar system, and again how old it is, two of the most distinctive features about it is that it's located within a nebula, like of a once upon a time died star, and another star is circulating and being eaten by a black hole.
Oh.
Two very unique features about it. So this was once a trinary star system.
Very interesting. I'm anxious to look at it too, but we have things we need to deal with before we go exploring and gallivanting.
But we have time now.
How much is he paying us for these guys?
I don't remember. I think a lot. I think it was a handsome chunk of cash. I do not remember the exact amount.
No one asked.
Yeah, I don't think you ever got that. I don't think you ever got the
Said a
exact
lot.
amount.
That still means it's open for
Yeah,
negotiation.
nobody negotiated a fee.
Wait. Listen.
Learning moment.
So we are going to go get these guys for him, and technically he doesn't need to pay us.
Of course he does.
Here's the
If
thing.
he doesn't pay us, we let him go. Like,
No,
we're
but
like, we take him
we
somewhere
need
else.
to bring them to him so he'll have them. And since there's no negotiation,
Here's the thing. I'm willing to put a bullet in both of these people's heads if we don't get paid the amount I'm waiting for. He's a collector, and he's going to be real pissed if we mess
It's
this
hard for him to
collection.
pay if he's already got them.
We're not gonna go to him before we call him.
Yeah, I will happily. I will happily kill these two very quickly if we aren't getting a reasonable sum for them.
Okay, can we pull him up? Can we call him and see what? See if it's worth our time? Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna bring him up.
I suppose we might as well.
Yeah, let's ring him up. Let's ring him up.
Guess
So
that's
you get in touch with the warden.
Have we at some point already gotten in touch with the heap and the other heaplets that we got these guys?
No.
Because I remember
No,
commenting that we were
heaplets.
going to do so, but I don't remember us actually doing
Yeah,
so.
we said we were going to. We didn't.
So that's-
We can say that that's simple enough that you can relay that
Okay.
message. It's fine.
Okay,
Or
so
that they at least contacted us and said, "Where the heck are you going?"
Yeah.
Oh,
Well then,
We're
she
done.
doesn't quite babysit you that much.
no.
Okay.
Diantha is your babysitter.
Yeah.
That's fine here.
But I mean, I don't. Like at the very least, letting her know that we accomplished said mission and letting the
Yep.
other heaplets know that they don't have to keep searching that system now. They can leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I'm
'Cause
sure.
we also radioed them to like, we found it. Come do backup, and they didn't show up. So
Oh
They're
yeah.
probably far away, though.
I did ask them to come help, and they didn't help.
Well, they were
I'll
probably
have
far
some
away. They were all in
choice
different
words.
systems, and this
That's
was over
true.
pretty quick.
Yeah, this is over. It didn't take that long to deal with this.
Okay, well, whatever. We found them.
But for the sake of time and sensibleness, because it made sense that you would have done that, that
Yeah.
you could have very easily passed the
And then
message
we
on.
will-
And,
yeah. Okay.
A
Just
retreat
wanted
was
to
given.
make sure.
We will ring up the warden, I suppose.
okay. Who's all in the room? All of you?
Yeah.
I'm standing in the background threateningly.
I'm sort of looking over Diantha's shoulder.
Greg's face pops over Clinch's shoulder.
I smell money.
I imagine I'm doing the talking then in that case.
Well, yeah,
Alright,
somewhat.
so the screen turns on again. The very portly Lashunta sitting behind his desk of all of his wares and prizes. The black glass behind him.
So, you're calling me up, assuming that you've got something to discuss.
We do. We have a few things we think might interest you. And then I just I'm at can I just show him then? Is the video within range of the cargo hold? Can you just open the door?
I mean, I'm assuming you guys have. I would say, for
We
simplicity's
FaceTiming
sake, you've got security feeds, and you can
So-
just send him a security
yeah,
feed.
so I'll
Let's
just
keep it simple.
show him the two in the cargo hold.
You got two. You only said you were gonna bring one. You're going above and beyond. Be careful. I might start expecting this as standard at this rate.
Well, we'll see before
Great.
we start. I would prefer we talk about this rate specifically. I would like to talk about the amount for the bounty on these two.
You looking for me to push a number?
We'll start with
1,500 each.
1,500 each. I'll just turn to everybody else and be like,
Can I give an up motion?
Roll a stealth check.
I mean, if it's 1,500 for
13.
each of us for each of them.
He is looking at you poor form.
I'm not looking at him.
So-
I'm looking at Diantha.
I know.
I can't tell that he did that.
Yeah, okay, so I mean, not to be mean at all, and this is gonna be. I mean, you look like a cool person. I have a lot of experience with smuggling and such, and negotiations. So usually the first price that's thrown out is not the price, but I don't want to say too high. We don't want to say too high. Like if we call it, I don't know, 1,800, that'd be good. I mean, it's fair.
Each.
What?
For each
of them, yeah.
for each of
For
them.
each of them, yeah.
No. For each of us.
No, that's a bit too much, Greg. That's a bit too much. no,
And all diplomacy checks are at a -2.
that's a bit too much. No, I mean, you look like a nice enough guy. I mean,
Roll a diplomacy check.
yeah.
Oh.
5.
He looks at you.
You're not used to this bounty hunting thing, are you?
I grab Flinch by the scruff of the neck again and kind of just shove him off screen.
Yeah.
I don't recognize that one. Didn't see him last you swung by.
He was doing other business.
Maybe you should stick to other business.
here's the deal. You asked us to get one. We managed to get two with relatively little.
Yes, so I'm offering you twice the score. Makes sense to me.
You're offering us the same price for both of them. In terms of if we bought one of you, I imagine it still would have been 1,500. No?
Well, yes, you bring in two, you get 2 times the bounty.
Here's the thing.
They look alive.
They are alive. We made sure of it. In fact, we could go and jostle them around if you'd like. But it's a little bit more difficult to take in 2 very powerful criminals at one given time. It was quite a hassle for all of us to do so. I think it would be
Welcome to the
reasonable.
job.
I think it would be reasonable if we got a bit more money for bringing in a 2-for-1 deal, I suppose.
Roll a diplomacy check.
Okay. I really need to. What is that? It's not not bad. It's not bad. 18.
I'll tell you what. 1,500 each. And another free chat with my prize.
Do we need to talk to your prize again? Is it useful to us?
It wasn't what I would call a fun time last chat. Maybe I could start my own collection. I only need their heads, though.
I kind of nudge Diantha and sort of and I'm like, we don't know where to find the next guys, and we don't know if these ones will talk to us. Make them sweeten the pot a bit, but keep it open to talk to Showback, because that was useful once, could be useful again.
All right. I suppose we'll take the deal then.
Excellent. I'll be eagerly waiting your arrival to Purgatory.
And he cuts the call.
Okay, I hate that guy. I really don't like him.
Okay, so from the corner which I was thrown,
Yeah.
I get up and I'm like, yeah, this is pretty good. $1,500 and a talk with a sketchy dude. Yeah, that's great. We can do that with Greg any day. So
Greg doesn't know where the next score is.
who knows what Greg knows? Greg doesn't even know what Greg knows.
Sense motive on Greg.
There is no motive to sense.
Okay, great.
I mean, come on.
He decides everything in the moment. There's no free.
Well, I mean, 3,000 is a lot to turn down, so let's head to the heap. Then trade these people in for money. Can't we just go straight to him and then go to the heap?
It's your guys' ship.
Yeah, I guess we. I mean,
Pick up Clippy.
Yeah, we should probably pick up.
I'm gonna make a suggestion about that.
Mm-hmm.
Considering, and this is rather insightful of me. Insightful! Someone write that down.
I'm not going
Shit.
to write that down.
Stop inventing words.
He really
That's a
did
real-
not like the other dude, the boring one. In fact, so maybe not bringing him back on the meteor while two of these also boring, creepy dudes are here might be something that... What's that word you used to describe, like...
Really what?
Like when you know somebody and you actually care about what they're thinking?
Oh, I know that. It's called collywobbles.
No! What? Well, maybe...
Well, if you're inventing words, I'm inventing words.
Fine, whatever.
Ramtuckus.
But I still say we talk to these guys and see what they know.
All right.
Jovax's info might also just be old.
Okay, well, fair enough. We just need to know where we're heading first. So let's just go to the warden, get paid, go get supplied up, clear
No,
everything away.
We have to talk to these guys before we give them to the warden, because then otherwise the warden has them.
Yeah, but I mean, we can talk to him on the way to the warden.
Yeah.
Great. Let's do that then.
Okay.
I suppose.
How far away is the warden?
With your current calculations, you could be there in a couple hours.
Yeah, warden it is. We got a couple hours to talk to him.
Yeah. So I suppose I will make my way back to the storage room.
All right. Is it just you in the storage room?
No,
Yes,
I'm going to.
Greg's gone back to sleep in the middle of the rec room.
Flinch
floor.
follows anyway.
Okay, so Flinch.
There's
and-
three of you.
so just not.
Flinch, Diantha, and Laurel are going into the storage room, correct?
Who do you want to talk to first?
I think the elf talked a little bit more during the battle, right? He was the one
Alright.
that was.
I open the closet. I put a do we have like a sack or a bag or something?
I'm sure you can find an old
I put it over the
gravy-covered
elf's
potato
head
sack.
so he can't look at me. Yes, I use a gravy bag.
They're everywhere. You should
Yeah.
be able to
So
find
you
one.
cover him with gravy.
It's particularly smelly. I put a smelly gravy bag over the elf's head so he can't look at me. I pick him up, close the door, and I carry him and sit him down on one of the crates in the rec room.
He's still duct taped up.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah. Maybe just on gag.
All right, I'll just stand over. Well, I guess he can't see me, but
Oh,
Part of Diantha's regretting messing with Laurel now because now she can't even see this guy. Okay.
He can't turn us to stone now.
But he's still gay. So he must
Yeah. Well, I'm sure we take the gag off at this point.
Right.
So what's your name?
They refer to me as Greed's Vice. It's the only name I have now.
That's unfortunate. It's a pretty shitty name. You were looking for something on that ship. What was it?
We pillage, we plunder.
We found the map you guys were looking at.
What
We're
were you
just
looking
curious
for?
What you were
A
looking
map.
for. It was a map, right?
Yeah, it was on
The
your
star-
personal computer
star
thingy.
charts.
Yeah, star charts for whatever reason. Can't really pick hide nor hear out of it though. But
Good thing you can't see. Good thing you can't see.
yeah,
So-
as
Audible.
Flinch gives a weird wink type of motion.
Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah. Can't
Oh, was that
really
my
pick
left
hide nor
eye?
hear of it, but it seems like you're trying to track something down. You're trying to narrow an area. I don't know why. But I guess you were just looking for more star charts, you know?
Star charts are an excellent haul for an expedition.
Oh,
Steal them and sell them ourselves.
but
Sometimes they're just as valuable as gold or food.
who would you sell them to?
Interested third parties? Who would you sell star charts to?
We wouldn't. We're
You
selling
can sell
you.
star charts? We're in the wrong line of business.
I'm just gonna take the sword out and just stab into the ground next to him, like really close to his leg, and I'm just gonna be like, "You were looking for something specific. I don't want this bullshit."
Flinch is like, he has a bag of yes, sound of swords near your leg. Ah.
Like I'm sure he's wearing clothing. Like I would have like stabbed like the clothes. That's not his leg. Like very close.
Roll an intimidation check.
Yep.
Yep.
Ugh, you
That's
smell
what
like
I'm
gravy.
good at. Not my best roll.
Shut it.
It's
Let the scary one do the
20.
intimidating.
He doesn't shift, move, nothing.
really
No.
20. Okay.
It wasn't a natural 20, right?
No. It was
No,
not
okay, I know.
20.
No.
Down.
Oh man, so like, you're not even gonna tell us how to find more people like you. You're not gonna tell us nothing, are you?
And why would I do that?
I know. Like, no, but look at him. I mean, with a bag over his head, smelling of gravy. We're not getting nothing out of him. Seriously. No, I mean honestly. Look at
His
that.
friends gave him up.
Yeah, but he just, I don't know. He seems,
And with that, what do you plan to do with me?
I guess we'll.
It depends on how cooperative you are.
I'm sure there's like star charts. There's always people who's willing to buy people like you. I'm sure if you put your head to it, you could probably think of a couple of people yourself who might want to buy people like you.
So servitude it is.
Maybe, I guess. I don't know.
You hunt down an Aslanti Imperial colony ship. Come across us, you take us captive, to sell us into slavery. Seems like a lot of work for slavers.
Hey, it's a living.
No, I mean,
But-
not really slaves.
We know.
Just bounty hunters. I
We
like
know.
bounty hunters better than slavers.
We know who you are. We
So
know
it
you're
was a
part of
hit.
it. We know you're part of a larger organization. We know that there's, that you're pretty high up. We're looking to take down a couple more. But we also know that you don't particularly want to see those guys getting all the good loot, getting to be higher up in the organization. So, if you think about it,
Right.
you're still alive. You could escape. If there's a couple more people out of your way at that point, so much the better.
But what if I never escape?
Well, that's
what if
your
I don't
fault.
ever need to escape?
Why wouldn't you need to escape?
I don't know. Where are you putting me?
I don't know. Where do you want to go?
If I had to say, I would probably return to my ship.
Unfortunately, that's not going to happen.
How much would they pay for you?
We are. We're not doing that.
No, I want to know
I
this.
thought you said this was all about the money.
How I didn't even think of this before. How much would they pay for you?
Yeah.
Our lives are inconsequential. There is.
Oh god, that's useless.
Yeah, I don't like this guy.
They wouldn't buy us back.
I don't even think he really can turn people to stone.
No. Well, they could buy it. Oh, so they wouldn't. I mean, they probably already got somebody else promoted to your position.
Possible.
Yeah. Oh well, I mean, Anyone think they can force any information out of him?
I don't think he knows anything.
No.
I don't think he can turn people to stone. I think he's.
Yeah, we still have one more person to chat with.
No good guy.
Yeah. All right, so I'll take this guy by the.
It's kind of unfortunate that people don't tell their vices anything.
Yeah, take them by the cuff and just push it back into the hole.
Can I do
I'll read it.
a sense motive just to see, like just like or no, an insight check on this conversation to try and see if I can figure out what he's thinking, what he's trying to get out of us, because he didn't seem all that perturbed.
Yeah, they don't do.
Yeah, roll a sense motive.
Okay. Oh, I rolled a natural 1.
He's a guy with a big, gravy sack on his head. That's funny.
What I've learned, he actually might be able to turn us to stone, but not gravy sacks. He has a weakness to gravy sacks.
I mean,
Accurate.
he's probably just not talking or something.
I'm just gonna get
because-
the Kasatha out. Place them in the same location.
Yeah, you've got the Kasatha with the bag on his head too.
No, I don't think
he's
so.
not an elf.
That one can't turn people to stone, so.
This one, he actually looks pretty angry. You sit him down.
So how are you doing? Not
I think he has a breathing problem.
Yeah, well, I don't give a shit about his breathing or his. What's your name?
They call me Greed's Lust,
Why lust of all things?
because I once worked for the Lust until Jovac the Avarice beat her,
Sounds like a
and
far.
I was a
place to
trophy.
work.
Her. Who's the lust?
That was her name.
What a stupid name.
What is she? Where is she? What does she do?
Once I was claimed by the Avarice. They keep me separated from the rest. We don't look for the whereabouts of the others, especially the Avarice who has conquered the others.
Alright, well, that's not what we're here for at the moment. You were looking for something on that ship, no? Something specific?
Pillaging and plundering.
That's a pretty
God, this again.
vague answer. We found some interesting star charts located in your maps.
Oh, I'm sure you can sell them for a pretty penny.
We found a specific point mapped out.
Who buys star charts?
Flinch just jumps in. He's like, no, we didn't. No, I couldn't get hiding our hair out of it. Remember, the thing was corrupted. All I could do was guess.
We could guess that you were looking for something in particular. You wouldn't attack a ginormous colony organization if you were just there to plunder. This was a big mission for something important. What was it?
For this one, roll a diplomacy check.
Yes, you can do this. You can do this. I have faith.
Can I make it intimidation or just diplomacy?
How do you want to do it?
I would like to do intimidation
Yeah,
first.
intimidate him. Sure, go for it. It's
It's
your approach.
I think that'll be 8 plus 7, which is 15 plus 20 again.
So how do you intimidate him?
Well, imagine I'm just like overbearing on top of him, and also that sword is still like in the ground where I left it. And I just pick it up and just, hold it up and just kind of like, as I'm talking, just, fiddling with it.
Do you intend to kill me? After all that effort?
Depends on whether you're going to answer my question or not. And believe it or not, you can do a lot of things with the sword that doesn't involve killing. I suggest you speak now.
What was your question?
What were you looking for?
We collect star charts from vagrant vessels out in the vast.
I know.
Get the jump on things.
What kind of things?
Resources and the like. If we get there first, well then we have a claim. Much like anyone else who wants star charts.
Not every star chart is looking so specifically for one location. There's something you're looking for specifically, no?
It's an interesting inference.
Can I see if this guy's hiding stuff?
Roll a sense motive.
This is not great rolls. Luckily, I'm good at this kind of stuff. Sense motive. 11. 16.
There is a moniker of truth in what he's saying that he fessed up. The star chart was the goal, but
not what the star chart was.
But in terms of how much he's hiding, you can't really tell. Maybe it is resources. It's not an unreasonable thing to expect. Pirates steal star charts all the time, like I said, to sell and claim the finding as their own. Mm-hmm. It's possible.
Well, it's a lot of effort to go to just to get star charts you could get most places, I feel.
Well, a lot of them haven't sold them.
Whose idea was it to attack the Bermuda?
It was the nearest largest vessel. It was a colony ship. Colony ships always have the best charts. Which is also not... He's not wrong.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, okay, well, I mean... None of them are really giving us a lot of information we need.
Well, wait a minute. Here, we got one more question. We have
one
more line of questions here.
We only need one of them.
What, so we know you're part of a large organization. Your greed's lust. So there's still lust. Lust's vice, and then presumably all the other
only the avarice has all 6. That's why he's the most feared.
So where are greed's others?
Many of them, we all operate off the same warship that you saw back at the system. They just venture off from there to smaller raiding groups. You just happened to be fortunate enough to escape from the ship itself.
And where is the avarice?
No.
I know. I want to know if he knows.
He's been dead for years.
Dead. So why would you still be following what a dead guy said? It seems like he's not very well. Whatever he does, if he died. Was he killed?
That goes with the territory of hunting, yes.
Who killed him?
Some pirate looking to make a name for herself.
A pirate?
So if he's dead, then why are you his? Why aren't you yours? Why aren't you Lust's lust?
Because following him gives me purpose.
It's really a shitty purpose to follow a dead guy around.
I follow his teachings. And, unfortunately, the vice in the room that you've also taken.
Oh.
What teachings?
That your gods are a sham.
Oh. He's a lunatic. Alright, well.
He's a lunatic.
Well, I mean, I know my gods are a sham. That's
yeah, we're not really
the universe is not a great place. So
We're
if they're a sham, then what else? That's not new.
Well, I'm bored with this conversation.
I'm not.
This is like, no, I'm not.
Well, we only need one of them, right? We just need one of them.
For what?
I mean, we'll just earlock one of them. Maybe that'll make the other one talk.
Okay.
I mean, if they don't care about their lives at all, it doesn't matter what we do, right?
We'll.
Roll a bluff check.
I'm not bluffing. I am going to earlock them. But do you want me to roll it anyway?
No, roll an intimidation check then.
Yeah.
Figured you wanted the 1,500 creds.
Oh, that's true. I'll go for the bluff.
Okay, there you go. I figured the money was more important.
19.
Here. 19.
Oh! bad.
You see him react. He believes you,
Yeah. I'm also sketchy.
but he stands tall.
Oh.
Okay, so
Don't.
you follow the
Whatever it is
Avarice's-
he's willing to die for.
You follow the Avarice's teachings that are something. So that's
Sorry.
what he's saying you believe in.
What
But
the
what is it asking? What is he telling you to do?
I tire of this conversation.
Yeah, here's the thing. He's willing to die for this. He didn't even really
He's willing to die.
flinch
So
about the airlock.
all right then.
He didn't even...
This is right in front of him. He's like, he didn't even flinch.
All right then. Here. Don't want to answer that one. Answer this one. Tell us where to find the next guy in the chain.
Well, I'm not on the ship. If you find the ship, I'm sure you'll find more.
Where's the
of
ship going?
them. We
Where were
track
you
down.
headed next?
We track down vessels as they travel on through. It's not a planned hit.
You're telling me that you're one of the largest criminal organizations in the galaxy and you don't have a plan? You
Oh, there's a
wing
plan.
everything?
But we just find ships and raid them. We don't know when the ships are coming in. We just find them and raid them.
Okay, listen. I think the best thing to do is whatever information Star charts, we'll just send it out to everybody. Somebody's going to be able to extrapolate where they got to go. Probably the Atlantes. And if they're looking for a place for resources, the Atlantes will get there first.
I duct tape his mouth again.
Alright, I'm bored of this conversation.
And I put
Well,
him
also-
back in the closet.
Yeah,
I'm
throw him
not
in.
done.
Ah,
And as you put in both, and I'll, of course, we'll also put out that all this information was garnered directly from Greed's Lust. That's fine. At least then he loses standing in his own organization.
he glares at you.
Are you sure you don't have anything else to say?
I have a hand next to the tape ready to rip it off.
Make any motion.
Okay, throw. Huh?
Toss.
Fair enough. We're not gonna. Yeah, we couldn't get that to go anyway.
We did.
There's some
though.
interesting
Yeah.
things in there.
Yeah.
Some that you wouldn't be able to piece together
Yeah.
because you missed the conversation with Jovac earlier.
I
Okay,
did, yeah.
so we now know that as far as the Seven goes, they think Jovac is dead. They don't know he's in prison or alive.
Mhm.
That could be useful.
Hmm.
We also know that our captain was potentially at one point a pirate, which again goes like pretty sure against what she was saying. She said she was a bounty hunter.
I thought we were pirates.
No, we're like resources managers. Like,
I used to
Really?
be a
we're not
pirate.
pirates.
It's an interchangeable term.
I used to be a pirate. Now I'm a smuggler.
Oh my god.
I thought for sure I was a pirate.
I don't think
That's
I'm a
really
pirate.
confusing.
Well, somebody should wake up Greg and give you a kick.
Is it done yet?
We couldn't get any info out of them.
We got
They're too
info.
wily. They were willing to die for it.
they gave us info.
Yeah, but not what we really wanted, because they were willing to die for it.
But we know where the other guys are. We
Yeah,
know where the other people
on
we
that
need-
big old colossal ship,
Yeah,
the colony ship destroyer thing.
we didn't know that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And we
We
just
know
gotta avoid
that.
that ship. Okay.
Then as far as the rest of the colony goes, Jovac is dead, which is interesting.
Okay. And I mean, they're following whatever his teachings were, so maybe he knows?
I want the three of you that were involved in the conversation to roll sense motive real quick.
5.
Yeah.
11.
Okay, I got this, you guys.
I've got this, guys.
27.
27?
Yeah.
When Greed's Lust said that they don't plan when their next raids are, he wasn't lying. Yeah, Jovac knew where they were.
Okay, that's interesting. I did pick up on that. I didn't how Jovac
But it's just
would know.
confirming that he was not lying.
Yeah. So how did Jovac know that this was going to happen when they didn't even know it was going to happen?
And how?
Maybe, like, Jovac's really the one in charge?
That's why I'm considering that perhaps him being in prison is less unfortunate for him and is exactly where he wants to be.
Ah.
I'm wondering if maybe the warden isn't quite as altruistic as we initially thought.
You thought he was altruistic?
No, we did not, but I'm imagining...
Somebody needs to tell me what altruistic means.
It means...
It means the warden is maybe a lot more criminal than we initially thought.
Oh, you can always tell by the tone of his voice.
It means that not all the words he said were all true. Yeah, we knew that.
That's like us.
Alright, I'm just gonna sit back here.
Look, I'm thinking the warden... I figure the warden is a criminal no matter what, but I think he might tie into the Seven a bit more than perhaps we initially thought.
Do you think anyone would pay a bounty for the warden?
That's actually a really interesting question.
I don't know.
I'm gonna sit on that for a little while.
We should maybe try and look into who the warden is exactly a little bit further.
You know, he has a big place there. I've always wanted to own a big place. What would you do with a big place? I don't know, actually. I never thought about it that far ahead. I didn't... You're really small. What was it you were saying
Really
about farming,
small.
like, some time back?
Do you like to farm?
No, but I mean...
What?
What is that?
No! Greg doesn't know. Maybe mushrooms?
I am quite good with mushrooms, actually.
Yeah, you
Why?
just leave them in the dark and feed them, you know.
Greg,
caca.
where are you from? Where you do yoga and dance and do origami.
That's a very good question, Diantha.
Don't answer, it's a trick.
Alright. Where are you from?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm from around. Round places. You know, shapes and worlds.
Everything's
And...
round.
Hey, Greg, I think this is...
That's what
I
shaped
bore
planets
of this
are.
guy. I tried to mimic what the guy said. I tried to impersonate.
Awesome.
I am bored with this line of questioning. As I turn around and walk away.
Thank you for listening to this Twisted Gear Studios production. The next episode of Spacers will air Tuesday, June 11th. Until then, Tuesday, June 4th is the next episode of The Call, our Call of Cthulhu actual playcast GM'd by Derek Snow. Our collaboration podcast with MacGuffin Media is still currently under hiatus. The game system used today was the Starfinder game system by Paizo. Music in this episode was licensed through Video Copilot, sound effects and ambient tracks licensed through Triune Films, Video Copilot, and Sirenscape. You can find all of Twisted Gears' podcasts on YouTube, Google Play, Apple Music, and Spotify. Please leave us a review on any service that you like to listen to our shows. And please like and follow the Twisted Gear Studios' Facebook page, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at The Twisted Gear. Your players this evening were Janessa Coles, Derek Snow, Elizabeth Wells, and Bailey Yarkey. Your audio operator tonight was Rob Hickey, and I was your host and GM, Zach Barrett. If you're in the Fort McMurray area, you can find me at Tavern on Main every Monday at 7:30 p.m. for trivia. Have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you next time.